Hello everyone, my name is Ankit and I am 16 years of age. Before I begin, I would like to convey my heartiest wishes on this World Environment Day with all of you. Our human lives are centered with needs and desires had flourished over time with the usage of resources. With the usage of basic natural resources like plants, humans obtain food for their survival, fabric for their clothing, and many more. With the usage of many other natural resources in this manner, humans experienced an evolution over a period of time through thorough recalibration on the usage of these resources. In this way, in the history of mankind, the only platform which supported the existence of all kinds of resources known till date is the Earth, the one and only Earth. Now the question is, what makes Earth a unique and a special planet? Even though there are many other planets in the solar system, Earth is endowed with various characteristics which make it very unique and the only planet supporting life. They are, firstly, it provides the supply of ample amount of sunlight which is neither deficient nor excessive, which may even cause harm. Secondly, it is present of air or say atmosphere which is comprised of important elements like nitrogen, oxygen, etc. required for our survival. Thirdly, it is endowed with it provides the supply of water which is also an essential prerequisite for the life of various species. Lastly, it provides soil for which helps in the nourishment of our human bodies, not just to humans, even of all the species existing in this world. In this way, Earth stands as an epitome for supporting life. Now, while talking about the history of the slogan "Only One Earth," the slogan was firstly used in the year 1972 in the UN conference on human environment in the year held in Stockholm back then. The year 2022 marks the 50th anniversary of the slogan "Only One Earth." This slogan was used in order to create impact on to be prudent towards our own environment. Couple of years later, in the year 1974, when the World Environment Day was declared, this acted as a major platform for promoting issues as well as initiatives to tackle with these issues of environment all across the globe. While talking about some of those major problems of Earth, our development had led to many activities where lives had flourished at the same time environment had got exposed to problems. Some of those problems are, firstly, the temperature, the daily temperatures at each place in Earth had increased very drastically, which made it difficult for humans to adapt, and moreover, this eventually led to the damage of ozone layer. Secondly, this increased the threat for extinction of various species. Thirdly, with the rapid development, the waste generated had also increased over time, but this has been improperly managed. Lastly, it is the increase of pollution in all levels, like air pollution, noise pollution, land pollution, and water pollution. So one of those all-time deadly effects on environment is the dirty dairy farming in New Zealand. During the late 1990s, when people of New Zealand had begun experiencing great growth through intense dairy farming, this was the phase where the environment of the New Zealand had also depleted, where New Zealand lost its New Zealand lost its potential of fresh water. Freshwater sources had depleted, and moreover, many rivers which were already polluted from before had also got polluted, wherein it became totally incompetent for human use. In this way, with this growing problem, the many organizations had come up in the year 2002 to create awareness onto this issue, and eventually in the year 2014, New Zealand could tackle with this issue by getting adopted with healthy and sustainable methods of dairy farming. Also, as per the reports had declared that the average increase of temperature had increased from the past 100 years had increased to 0.6 degrees Celsius. With the current state of development, the environment pollution had increased rapidly, and with this state, the the increase in the average temperature of the earth might increase to 4 degrees Celsius, which is extremely threatening for the survival of various organisms. Even an increase of 1 degree Celsius is also a harm to the nature. In such a case, when 4 degrees of Celsius is increasing, it is extremely alarming for us to protect our nature and be prudent towards it. Finally, I would like to tell my personal suggestions, wherein I would like to tell this very genuinely, that it is important to be self-reliant and work with organizations on our own interest, because we as citizens are also responsible to the environment. Instead, we must not depend upon the government and wait for its response. Secondly, try minimizing the usage of vehicles in possible areas, which would reduce the number of carbon emissions happening in the environment. Thirdly, it is important to categorize waste as biodegradable and non-biodegradable wastes and use separate dustbins to accommodate waste respectively in your residential areas. Lastly, fourthly, it is important to promote planting trees and nurturing forests. Fifthly, work with non-government organizations and raise your voice with the right feed of knowledge. In the universe, there are billions of galaxies. In a galaxy, there are billions of planets. But there is only one Earth for the survival of various species in both present generation as well as for future generations. Hence, it is important for us to be prudent towards our Earth and protect it from harm. Thank you.